Nestled deep in the heart of Glacier National Park lies Mini Glacier. This valley is home to towering peaks, alpine lakes, and some of the park's most breathtaking scenery. Today we are on our way to Mini Glacier area to experience the boat tour. For a while now, Swiftcurrent area of Mini Glacier has been under construction and you need a hiking pass, a boat tour reservation, or a hotel reservation to even be in the area. The hiking pass seemed pretty difficult to get, and the hotel seemed even more difficult to reserve, so we decided to try for the boat tour. Plus, after some hikes, we were tired, and we thought it'd be nice to be chauffeured for once. We were instructed to arrive early and park at the hotel. From there, we were to wait at the boat dock to get our tickets.
What do you think? This episode is brought to you by Monster Chips. Did you know that all chips used to be cooked?
Now that we are away from the dock, feel free to stand up, move around, spread out, whatever you need to do. Come on up front. I also just ask that you don't stand on the stairs while we're driving. I like to be able to see where I'm going. Amazing. All right, welcome aboard Chief Two Guns here on Swiftcurrent Lake. We're so happy to have you here in beautiful Mini Glacier this afternoon. It's a pretty special place to be. I know I'm very lucky to get picked for it today. We're so happy to serve.
The boat ride may only take a few minutes, but the captain makes sure not to go in a straight line, so passengers have a chance to get the most out of the experience.
It was grinding away at the rocks from both sides, and the ground is so thin that particularly in the evenings when it's backlit, you can see that there are visible holes in the wall. So keep your eyes peeled later this evening. It's pretty cool to see. There are parts of the wall that are so thin you could straddle the wall, and that's because of the glaciers that were on either side. Also keep your eyes out for any wildlife. All these plants on the shoreline are pretty much willow and alder, and that makes about 80% of a moose's diet. So we see a lot of moose out here snacking on all this good stuff throughout the day. They also like to come down to the lake's edge to cool off. They like to swim. They're really good. Heat from a fire in order to pop them open and disperse their seeds. So they really benefit from fire conditions and grow back really strongly after fires. Off to the left side of our boat is more of the Grinnell Valley. So some of these trees are primarily fir and spruce trees. Some of them are up to 500 years old because there's never been a fire on the ground.
After crossing the first lake, we departed the boat for a short hike across to the next lake. There was a wedding happening at the shore, so we tried to be as respectful as possible. Imagine getting married here. It would be absolutely amazing.
sunshine. Welcome aboard the morning. Welcome on Lake Josephine. This route side of our boat right now are big open slopes, especially to the right. This is Grinnell Point. You can see it as well on Swiftcurrent Lake. Now on the other side of it, just give you some context of what we're looking at. And we have a lot of this kind of shrub vegetation over here in addition to a bunch of trees. Any guesses on what those shrubs might be? Of the lake with this amazing view. The bucket will start to zigzag across the lake so that everyone gets a great view. And this is where we can start to talk about glaciers, which is the reason I assume many of us are here. So Glacier, the park, gets its name not because of the glaciers we have in the park, but because of the glaciers that carved this area. Those were continental glaciers, large glaciers that are not the same as the ones we have today. So most of our valleys here in the park are more of a U-shaped bathtub kind of valley. This is a really good example of one that we're in right now. A little flat on the bottom and steeper sides. If this valley were carved by going off to either side of Mount Gould, that jagged rock wall, that is the Garden Wall. So especially if you drove in on the Going to the Sun Road, you're on the other side of the Garden Wall. And if you head across as the crow flies straight out the front of our boat, eventually you will reach Lake McDonald on the west side. Just to give you some context of where we are right now. These lakes over on this side also, I got a great question. Are there fish in this lake? There absolutely are fish in this lake. Here on Lake Josephine and on Swiftcurrent Lake, we mostly have brook trout. They're mostly little brook trout. It's a pretty shallow, small lake. But they are non-native to these lakes, so they were stocked here by the Park Service in the 30s and 40s. So if you brought your fishing rod, you can catch and keep as many brook trout as you would like here.
After coming back to the hotel, we found it nearly impossible to leave. So we grabbed some coffee and some snacks from the hotel shop and sat on the balcony for a while and enjoyed the views. As you can see, it is almost too gorgeous to want to leave. But eventually it was time for us again to leave another beautiful area and head back to camp. Thank you for joining us on another journey, and I will see you in the next one.